excited about it?
She's gonna be so happy right now, and she's gonna be so pissed and like.
Recently, viewers of Little People, Big World were once again outraged by Tori Roloff's continued treatment of Lilah Roloff, her middle child. What specifically occurred recently that sparked such a commotion among the fan base then? Fans of Little People, Big World have frequently criticized Tori and Zach Roloff for their perceived bias in the way they raise and treat their kids throughout the years. According to the public's perception, Jackson Roloff is the obvious favorite, followed by Josiah, leaving Lilah out in the cold and forgotten. Fans of Little People, Big World have long called attention to this, even though Tori and Zach Roloff may not even be aware that they are doing it. People also pointed out the sexist overtones of Jackson and Josiah's costumes, which included Lilah as a flight attendant and Jackson and Josiah as pilots, at recent Halloween festivities. For a while now, Tori and Zach Roloff have operated their own podcast, Raising Heights. They shifted their time and attention to this new endeavor once they formally departed Little People Big World for good, and people are still watching to hear what they have to say. Tori Roloff discussed Lilah Roloff on a recent episode. According to the mother of three, Lilah has cut her own hair and tampered with scissors. Tori continued by describing Lilah's impetuous behavior and lack of self-awareness. As if that weren't awful enough, the Little People Big World parent also claimed that after asking Lilah whether she was a bad girl, she caused her to cry. Fans of Little People Big World attacked Tori Roloff for her ongoing mistreatment of Lilah Roloff after this most recent podcast episode. Fans recall how Tori once made Lilah feel uncomfortable in dancing class by telling her she couldn't use the restroom. Lilah ultimately had an accident in class as a result. This time, Tori's recent admission regarding Lilah on this episode of the Raising Heights podcast infuriated listeners. The stars of Little People, Big World have been a staple on TLC for over a decade, providing fans with an intimate glimpse into their lives. From family feuds to farm battles and parenting struggles, the Roloffs have seen it all. Yet it's the youngest members of the family who often capture the audience's hearts. Recently, Lilah Roloff, the 3-year-old daughter of Zach and Tori Roloff, has become the center of a heated debate that has fans talking online. The beginning of the buzz. Lilah, born with achondroplasia like her father, has faced her fair share of health challenges. Over the past few seasons, viewers have followed her journey as Zach and Tori navigate the delicate balance of ensuring she receives the medical care she needs while also fostering her independence. Fans have cheered Lilah on as she hit major milestones, from taking her first steps to confidently communicating her thoughts in her sweet, toddler-like way. But it was a recent episode that sent fans into a frenzy. The storyline focused on a controversial new treatment Zach and Tori explored for Lilah, aiming to address some ongoing developmental delays. This wasn't a simple physical therapy session or a routine doctor's visit. Instead, they decided to try a cutting-edge procedure. Growth modulation therapy combined with experimental physiotherapy techniques tailored for individuals with dwarfism. A divisive decision. As the episode aired, social media platforms lit up with divided opinions. Some viewers applauded Zach and Tori for their proactive approach, calling their decision brave and forward-thinking. Others, however, accused the couple of subjecting Lilah to unnecessary procedures. Lilah is perfect just the way she is, why are they trying to fix her? One fan commented on Instagram. Another viewer added on Twitter, I get that they want the best for their child, but this feels experimental and risky, why not let her develop at her own pace? Yet others defended the couple's choice, emphasizing that Zach and Tori have always been thoughtful about their parenting decisions. As parents, they're doing what they believe is right for their daughter. No one knows Lilah better than they do, one supporter wrote. Behind the scenes, what led to the decision? In a confessional, Tori opened up about the struggles that led them to this point. Lilah has been doing so well, but there are areas where we feel she could use extra support, Tori shared. We've always been committed to giving her every opportunity to thrive, and this treatment felt like the next step. Zach, ever the pragmatist, admitted his initial skepticism about the therapy. I've lived with achondroplasia my whole life. I know what it's like to have people constantly suggest fixes or improvements, he said. But at the same time, I don't want Lilah to miss out on something that could genuinely help her. The therapy itself is a combination of techniques aimed at improving joint mobility, reducing the risk of spinal compression, and promoting strength in the lower limbs. It's a relatively new approach, with only a handful of specialists offering it worldwide. Lilah's experience. The episode followed Lilah's journey through her first treatment session. Despite the nerves her parents felt, Lilah seemed to handle the experience with her usual charm. With her big blue eyes and cheeky smile, she even won over the medical staff, who praised her resilience. She's a trooper, Zach said proudly. She gets that from her mom. While the initial session showed some promising signs, the road ahead is long, with multiple treatments required over the course of a year. Fan reactions intensify. As clips from the episodes circulated online, the debate among fans reached new heights. Some accused TLC of sensationalizing the situation for ratings. They're turning Lilah into a storyline instead of focusing on what's best for her, one critic wrote on a Facebook fan page. Others pointed out the pressure Zach and Tori must feel, both as parents and as public figures. They're under a microscope 24/7, it's easy to judge from the outside, but we don't know the whole story, another fan countered. Amid the uproar, several experts weighed in, offering their perspectives on the treatment and its implications for children with dwarfism. Expert opinions. Dr. Maria Sanchez, a pediatric orthopedic specialist, explained that while the therapy has shown promise, it's still in its early stages. It's not a cure-all and there are risks involved, Dr. Sanchez noted in an interview. But for some families, the potential benefits outweigh the uncertainties. It's a deeply personal decision. On the other hand, advocacy groups for little people emphasize the importance of promoting self-acceptance and celebrating diversity. We want to ensure that treatments like these are not seen as a way to conform to societal norms, but rather as tools to enhance quality of life, a representative stated. The Roloffs respond. In response to the backlash, Tori took to Instagram to address the controversy. In a heartfelt post, she wrote, "We love Lilah unconditionally. Just as she is, this decision wasn't about changing her but about giving her the tools to succeed in her own unique way. We're doing what we feel is right for our family, and we hope others can respect that." Zach also weighed in during a Q&A session with fans, emphasizing that their primary focus is Lilah's happiness and well-being. "We're not trying to make her something she's not, we're just trying to help her live her best life," he said. Moving forward. As the debate rages on, one thing is clear, Lilah's journey will continue to captivate audiences. Whether viewers agree with Zach and Tori's choices or not, their love and dedication to their daughter are undeniable. The episode closed with a touching moment as Lilah, holding her parents' hands, took a few tentative steps after her therapy session. The joy on her face was infectious, and for a brief moment, the controversy seemed to fade into the background. "Lilah is stronger than we ever imagined," Tori said, her voice full of emotion. "She inspires us every single day." Conclusion. The uproar surrounding Lilah Roloff's latest treatment highlights the complexities of parenting in the public eye, especially when it involves making controversial medical decisions. While opinions will likely remain divided, what remains constant is the love and support that Zach and Tori have for their daughter. As fans await updates on Lilah's progress in future episodes, one thing is certain, the Roloff story continues to resonate, sparking important conversations about parenting, diversity, and acceptance.